Hello everyone, welcome back to Monstack Web Application Development Series. In this video, we are officially getting started with building our Monstack Web Application. So the first step would be to set up our database. Okay, so we are going to use the MongoDB Atlas, a free database tier for our application and for local development as well. That said, you could always use different set of database pairs for your production and your local setup. But for simplicity, we are going to just use the single setup, and this particular PC or when we deploy our application to Heroku Cloud Service, using a username and password and address of this particular machine, these applications will be able to connect to this particular MongoDB instance. Okay. So we'll get started with setting up our database. All right. So first thing I want to do is just hit this URL in the description, and you will be taken to this page where you can search for MongoDB setup. Okay. And let's open this URL. It says DB creation. Okay. This will take you to a login page. So I'm already logged in, so it has taken me to the dashboard. So what I want you to do here is create an account, okay, verify your email and log in again. So you will be taken to this particular dashboard. Okay, so once you are ready, you can start with the create project. Okay, create an account, verify it, and then you will be here. Okay, so my account is already verified, so I'll create a project. Okay, hit create project, and then we can say Mon Heroku. That's it. That's the project name. Okay, create and hit next and create project. Okay, so the project gets created instantaneously, and next thing is creating a cluster. Okay, assigning a particular cluster where our particular database will be running. So when you hit create cluster, there are particular options. There are few options. You could use the shared ones, which are free, and then based upon the traffic, you can also go for the paid versions. Okay, for this particular tutorial, we'll be using the free ones, and also free ones are also available from AWS, Azure, or Google. So we will be using the Google Cloud Platform services to set up our Google Cloud MongoDB Atlas instance. Okay, which gives us a shared RAM and 500 MB of storage. The MongoDB version installed is 4.2, and you have all this detail. Just click on this GCP, and all right, if you want to change the cluster name, you can change here, but I'm not changing anything. Just hit create cluster. Okay, so this process is going to take around 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll resume once this setup is done. Okay, all right, so my setup is completed. So it took about 3 minutes, and when I refresh the page, I could see the setup has been completed. If your setup, it shows it's still in progress, you can try refreshing the page and check once. Okay, once this cluster setup is done, next step is to create a database user. Okay, like we discussed, we need a username and password that will be used to interact with this particular instance. Okay, so let's go to our dashboard and click on database access. Okay, here you can create a user. Okay, so we need to provide a username and password. You can give a username here. Okay, and a password here. All right, so that's all, I guess, and then hit add user. Okay, this particular user is being created, and while that user is being created, we can parallelly perform this step. The step is whitelisting an IP. Whitelisting an IP here means allowing a particular network to have access to this database. Okay, you can add this particular network or this particular network or both, or you can add like entire universe. That is, you can have anybody allow access to this particular database server. Okay, for that we have to go to network access, add IP, and if I hit add current IP, this is the IP of my local PC. Okay, and right now I can add this, and later I have to find out the IP of this after deployment into production finally, and then add that as well. So just to, for simplicity, I'm going to say allow access from anywhere, that is the entire universe. Okay, so with this, everybody will have access to this particular host if they have the username and password and the address of this particular machine. Okay, the address part we have not discussed yet, we will discuss that as well. Okay, so hit confirm. Okay, this will also take about 30 seconds to finish. And then next thing is to get the connection string. Okay, so the connection string is the one which we were discussing about. So that will contain the username and password and address to this particular instance. Okay, so you can go to cluster, go to connect, and connect your application. Okay, when you hit connect your application, you will be able to see this particular string that will be used for connection. Okay, I'll zoom in. Okay, so this particular string will be used by our application to connect to this particular database. Okay, all right. So the username which you have used might already be populated here. What you have to do is just replace the password that you had, and you can give a database name of your choice. Okay, I'll show you that in later video. Okay, so this is the connection string that we are going to use in our application. So right now you can just copy it in your clipboard, and we will be using this connection string in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. I'll see you in next video. Thank you.